Hi, in this video I would like to demonstrate how to use the Wave tool to correct accessibility error, which we call it empty headings. An empty heading can be corrected in the Joomla backend. So let's get started. So to show you the empty heading error, I'm going to jump to my demo page since we don't have that on the live site. So here's a demo page I have created, and we're gonna copy paste the URL into Wave because it's not under the menus. That's why I can't just browse to it. When you're checking your pages, you can just click on any page and browse to that page without copy paste the URL each time. Okay, now on this page, we see Wave identified 3 errors. Checking on the detail, the first one, there's a missing alt text, empty heading, and of course the empty button again. So we're going to focus on how to fix this empty heading error. And I also want to point out, notice we have heading H1, H3, and there's a yellow which indicate alert, and it shows a heading level is skipped. So we skipped level 2 in this case because we jumped from H1 to H3. Now I want to refresh your memory about my training, web accessibility training that I gave earlier last year. And in here, we have our district web accessibility guidelines. And then in the guideline, the first one is use the proper page structure and use the proper heading, which is the H tags in the Joomla dropdown menu in order. So the key is you wanted to remember to, for accessibility rule, there's level AAA, AA, and single A, and we are striking for the AA standard, and under AA, the heading has to be properly labeled, and that's important, but we do not have to use them all of them, meaning H1, then H2, and H3, and so forth. It's okay to skip one, but don't use it out of order, meaning it's okay to skip that H2 to go to H3, but you really don't want to put this one as a H2 and this one's H1. So that would actually be a subheading under this one. But in fact, this is the page heading. That should be the highest heading on this page, if that makes sense. So that's why this is a yellow icon, meaning alert. It's not identified as an error, which will be in red, like this one. The empty heading is the error that we need to correct, and that's correct that. So now we're going to go to the Joomla backend and find my demo page. And here it is. So again, this is the code view. If you're looking at the editor view, there's an empty space or line here. And that's where the heading tag H3 being used, but there's no text. So it's similar to when we have an empty link. There's a link code underneath, but you don't see it on the front end. You don't see it visually on the page. So there's an empty space. And this can happen that perhaps you type in something and you give it a heading, a proper heading, but then later on you delete it, you forgot to retype it, or didn't delete it completely, the code is still there. So Same thing, how we fix it is go under the code view, and you can either get rid of the empty heading, which is right here, H3 take space, or you can put something in there. So it's not empty anymore, heading 3. So, and save and close. And then of course go back here, refresh the page, reload in Wave. And now that empty heading error has gone. So now it's H2, H3, and H4. There's no red box anymore. And that's how you fix an empty heading error. You can either delete the empty space, and remember, when you delete it, you really have to make sure that whole thing is gone. If you were doing it at the front end, you would delete it all the way to the previous line, or you can delete it from the code. See, either way, that's gone. And that's how you fix it.